Roger Stone on Friday said President Trump saved my life by commuting his sentence just days before he was scheduled to enter a federal prison. Stone celebrated his newfound freedom on Friday with a crowd of supporters and well-wishers outside his Fort Lauderdale home. "The president has saved my life, and he's given me the opportunity to fight for vindication," Stone said. The 67-year-old Stone said that entering prison would have been a death sentence in light of the coronavirus pandemic. "I'm 67 years old. I had very, very severe asthma as a child. If you look at the profile of those who are most at risk, I think I fit that," he said. Stone added that he wasn't surprised by the president's decision to commute his sentence. "Well, I was elated," he said. "Obviously I was somewhat relieved, but I was not surprised." Stone was glad that his legal troubles, which he described as a nightmare and witch hunt, were over. "This is a horrific nightmare when you realize that this investigation never had any legitimate or lawful beginning," he said. "It was a witch hunt. There's no question about that." Stone told the New York Post that the president spoke to him by telephone and informed him of his decision to commute his sentence. "I told him I was grateful," Stone said. "He protected my health." Stone added. "He believes in justice. I felt pretty confident that if he heard the facts of my case, he would make the right decision." He said Trump reminded him of their decades-long friendship. "He said we've known each other for 40 years, Stone said. In his opinion, he did not believe I committed a crime. Stone said he will appeal his case while at home in South Florida. "With the risk of catching COVID, I might not live long enough to see my opinion in his appeal if he went to prison," he said. In a statement, White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany said Trump signed an executive grant of clemency commuting the unjust sentence of Roger Stone Jr. Roger Stone is now a free man. Stone told the Associated Press that Trump had called him earlier Friday to inform him of the commutation. Stone was celebrating in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, with conservative friends, and said he had to change rooms because there were too many people opening bottles of champagne here. McEnany called Stone a victim of the Russia hoax that the left and its allies in the media perpetuated for years, in an attempt to undermine the Trump presidency. Not only was Mr. Stone charged by overzealous prosecutors, Democrats were angered by Trump's decision, with House Intelligence Committee Chair Adam Schiff calling it offensive to the rule of law and principles of justice, and Democratic National Committee Chair Tom Perez asking, "Is there any power Trump won't abuse?" President Trump has once again abused his power, releasing this commutation on a Friday night, hoping to yet again avoid scrutiny, as he lays waste to the norms and the values that make our country a shining beacon to the rest of the world, a spokesperson for Democratic nominee Joe Biden said. "He will not be shamed. He will only be stopped when Americans make their voice heard at the ballot box this fall." Enough. A commutation does not erase Stone's felony convictions in the same way a pardon would, but it would protect him from serving prison time as a result. The move comes less than 24 hours after Fox News, which hosted Trump for a call-in interview Thursday night when he said he was considering a pardon for Trump, reported that Trump was expected to provide executive clemency for Stone. It was expected that the White House would make the announcement sometime on Friday, when Trump was scheduled to fly back to Washington, D.C., from Florida. The president was in the Sunshine State to host a fundraiser and hold other events, even as the state battles a coronavirus outbreak. Stone's lawyers had been fighting the July 14 start of the sentence, urging Amy Berman Jackson to delay it by citing the coronavirus and potential risks to Stone's health. Clemency is provided before someone starts serving their sentence. It also may not include the full benefits of a full pardon, which can involve the restoration of voting rights and protection from deportation. As Washington buzzed about the legal and political implications and any potential blowback for the president for pardoning a convicted felon who was close to him, Stone told NBC News analyst and Washington Post opinion writer Howard Fineman that he doesn't want a pardon, which he said implies guilt, but would prefer a commutation of his sentence. "He knows I was under enormous pressure to turn on him. It would have eased my situation considerably. But I didn't," Stone said. Word of a Friday night action came hours after Trump told reporters he would soon be reviewing Stone's case. Trump has repeatedly defended Stone, who was convicted of witness tampering and lying to Congress. Trump commented on Stone's case as he left the White House on a trip to Stone's home state of Florida, as he suggested both his predecessor and his presumed Democratic challenger should be jailed over the Russia probe. "I'll be looking at it. I think Roger Stone was very unfairly treated, as were many people," Trump said. "And in the meantime Comey and all these guys are walking around, including Biden and Obama, because we caught them spying on my campaign. Who would have believed that one?" Trump said. Trump may have been referring to information about Barack Obama officials who ordered unmasking of intercepts that were revealed to involve former National Security Advisor Mike Flynn, whose prosecution infuriated Trump. He has repeatedly raged at former FBI Director James Comey for his role in the Russia probe. Stone, 67, was prosecuted as an offshoot of special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia probe, which Trump repeatedly has cast as a witch hunt, designed to take him down. He tweeted last month that Stone was a victim of a corrupt and illegal witch hunt, one which will go down as the greatest political crime in history.